do our usual, breathing, getting zone meditation. So let's sit up nice and tall and close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Otherwise, you can gently just, softly gaze forward. Let's take our 3 centering breaths. So let's breathe in through the nose. And as you breathe out, control it, begin to settle in. Okay, breath number 2, let's breathe in. Feel your shoulders rise and your chest expand. Then as you breathe out, continue to plug in to your mat. Settle your whole body. All right, last breath together. Let's breathe in through the nose. Give me a nice long out breath. Really settling in now. Okay. So I want you to pick a part on your body that you think needs a little extra work today, whatever that is for you. And let's relax our whole body from top to bottom. When you hit that particular part, really settle in. So top to bottom, let's relax our foreheads and our face, down to our necks. Feel free to give your head a little wiggle back and forth. Okay. Then on to our shoulders and our arms. So as you, on your next out breath, relax your arms from your shoulders to your biceps, through your forearms. And then take a moment and notice where your hands are, whether they're resting on your knees like mine are, or they're clasped in your lap. And then we'll make our way back to our torso, focusing on how your chest and or your belly expands as you breathe. Nice, I like hearing that breathing. And let's make our way to the lower half of our body. So let's focus on our bottom and how it interacts with our mat. Okay, now breathing into your quads and your hamstrings, to your knees, all the way down to your shins and your feet. If you're sitting cross-legged, how your shins touch your feet, and in turn, how your feet touch the mat. And continue to sink into your foundation. Just breathing. Okay, hopefully by now you're really mellowed out, ready to go. And in the last little section here, I want you to focus on nothing at all. You can just sit there, hang out. So let's take one last deep breath in. You can hold it at the top. You hear the singing bowl being played. You can exhale and open up your eyes. Right. Cap off the block. Let's start with a sitting side stretch. Let's reach our arms up to the top. Okay, reach up for the ceiling. And then let's start on the right. So plant that right palm on your mat. And reach that left arm over your head towards the upper corner of the room. Okay, you can even turn your chin up towards the inside of the elbow. And feel that stretch go all the way down your side to your hip. Then let's bring that right arm back up at the top. Give me a little mini reach up to the ceiling and then come down to your left. Ooh. Then let's get our right side of our body. Okay, same thing. Reach from your fingertips to your hip. Keeping both sit bones planted on your mat. Left arm back up to the top. And lower both hands down to heart center. And let's get one for our spine. So let's turn counterclockwise. Right palm is on the left knee. Okay, push against the floor with the left palm or left fingertips. See how far back to the left you can look. Okay, we're also stretching our necks. Each exhale, so you can turn a little bit further. And then let's release, come back to center, and let's get our right side, or turn to the right, however you want to think about it. So left palm, right knee, right palm on the floor behind you. Okay, I don't know what you're looking at, but I'm looking at one of those string toys where you press the bottom and the whole thing collapses. Mine's a mushroom. I can show you when we're done. Okay, continue to push, continue to twist. And then let's unwind. Ooh. All right, let's get the inner thighs. Let's do the cobbler pose. So soles of the feet in front of you. Bring in your heels, let the knees drop, and then just lean forward. Nice and easy. Feel the inner thighs. Say hello to the inner thighs. And continue to pull on your feet or your toes if you'd like. Then let's round out our backs and reach our hands forward. Ooh. Okay, sliding or crawling with the fingers. Let's sit up. Let's do some knee drops to open up our hips while we're still sitting. So plant the feet in front of you. Let's go at our own pace. You need to hold either side or just swap. Do what feels good. Wrong answer. Remember, there's always a best answer. Kind of reminds me of those SAT and AP tests where you get a point for getting it right and a quarter point off for getting it wrong. All right, let's get one more cycle on each side. Switch. Ooh. All right, and let's stand up and get our favorite hamstring stretch. I always say our favorite as though I think it's everyone's favorite, but that's okay. All right, nice wide stance, toes facing forward. Let's plug the fingers up towards the ceiling. And then give me a nice easy swan dive down. Okay, you can either fold your arms and relax your forehead on your forearms or rest them on the mat, whatever feels good to you. Okay, no matter where you are, let's clasp the fingertips behind you and reach the hands towards the ceiling or towards the front of the room. Okay, really feeling those hamstrings now. They're feeling happy or really unhappy, depending on what you've done recently. But no matter what, continue to breathe. Connecting the mind to the body, to the stretch. All right, let's release the hands and plant the right palm on the floor. Let's rotate the left arm up towards the ceiling. Give me a nice vertical line with the arms. Opening up the chest and the left shoulder. Turning the chin up towards the ceiling. And continue to connect the breath with the movement. Let's breathe out as you bring the left arm down. Swap palms, bring the right arm up. Okay, same thing, reaching for the ceiling, turning the chin up towards the ceiling. Breathing. All right, let's bring the right arm down. In a slow 10 count, let's bring our bodies back up to the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very nice. All right, I'm gonna bring my legs together here. Let's get our shoulders and our triceps. So pick an arm, bring it across the top of your chest. Give you a nice little T-lock. Hand across shoulder, whatever works. And give yourself one last gentle pull before switching arms. That same thing, give yourself one last tug and then release. And then we'll get the other arm behind the head, pulling on the tricep. Maybe get your head out of the way of the arm so you can give yourself a little more pull. Ooh. Then switch sides. All right, and then let's release that arm. Let's get our necks. So I'm gonna grab my left wrist behind my back, dropping my head to the chicken wing side. Okay, really let the head fall all the way to the right. Let's get as much as we can out of this stretch. And then gently roll your head back as you look up. It always feels like as though I negate my neck stretching. Let's roll the head forward, nice and easy. Oof. Working the stretch towards the back. And back to neutral, back to center. Let's switch arms. So grabbing the right wrist behind the back, dropping the head over to the left. Ooh. All right, let's look down at the ground. Let's get the back of our neck. And then rolling the head back as we look up. Ooh. All right, back to neutral, back up, and then let's get our inner thighs once again for Malasana. So medium stance, toes facing at about 45 degrees, and then lower yourself down however far you can go. Oh my goodness. Say hello to those muscles. And as you continue to breathe out, see you can get a little bit lower still. Settling in. All right, one more deep breath before we come up and out. So breathe in. And let's place the hands on the legs and breathe out. Ooh. All right, let's get one more for our hamstrings before we start the moving options. So I'm going to start with I want to do the split leg hamstring stretch. Left leg's out in front, heels are in line. Let's bring the arms up top and then swan dive over the straight left leg. And remember, this one we want to drive Right heel towards the front ankle. And try not to let the front knee bend. And let's bend the front knee and come on up. Let's switch legs. So the right leg is out in front. Heels are in line. Once again, arms are up top. You can do a swan dive over the straight right leg, driving the left heel towards the front ankle. Okay, we love that pinch in the right hamstring. All right, let's bend the front knee and come on up. Ooh, hello. All right, come to the front of your mat. Let's do our moving options. So standing up nice and tall. Well, I'm sorry. Let's do our standing side stretch. One last one. You can stay where you are. Doesn't really matter. Stand up nice and tall. Reach up towards the ceiling. And then let's start with the left arm to the left side. Right arm reaches up to the upper left-hand corner of the room. Can't believe I almost forgot this one. I love this one. As we know, I love side stretches and hamstring stretches. And feeling that stretch go all the way down your side to your hip. And then let's bring the left arm back up and switch arms. So right arm, right hand is sliding down your right side. Left arm is reaching for the upper right hand corner of the room. Okay, turn the chin towards the inside of the left elbow. And then bring that right arm back up. And then bring the hands to heart center. All right, now we're gonna find the front of our mats. So feet and legs together, standing up nice and tall. Bring the arms back up top. Let's do 2 practice swan dives to get warmed up. So swan dive forward. Okay, paying attention to how flexible you feel to start. Coming up to flat back, rest the hands and the shins. And then exhale down, rounding out the back. Remember, eyes up, head up, reverse, swan dive until the hands are at the top. Swan dive back down, get a little bit lower than the first time. Up to flat back. Okay, rounding at the back as you breathe out. Eyes up, head up, reverse, swan dive. Let's begin. Swan dive down, even deeper now. Come on up to flat back. And then exhale down as you round out the back, plant both hands on the mat, step or just back to plank. And let's chaturanga down into our first downward dog of the day. And up to plank. Give me a push up here if you'd like. To make our way to our first downward dog of the day. And as always in the first down dog of the day, we're going to bend the left knee and drive the right heel down. Feel that right calf begin to stretch. Let's do 2 cycles on each side. So switch knees, bending the right, pushing the left. Okay, back to driving the right heel down. And continue to push the floor away to really engage the calf muscle. Okay, back to the left for the last single side. And then straighten both legs. Hold it here for just a moment. All right. And from here, let's bring both feet together. We're going to step by floating the right heel up into the air. And then swing it on through and plant that right foot in front. Let's go to runner's pose. Remember, you're holding your torso over that front leg. Fingertips are barely touching the floor. And then let's come to the left side of that foot for runner's stretch. Okay, you should feel that stretch in your right hamstring. And the inner thigh. And from here, we're gonna go back to runner's pose, fingertips barely touching the floor, then reach the arms up top. Okay, that back heel is off the mat, but pressing towards the floor. Okay, feel that in my left hip as well. And from here, let's bring the hands down to heart center and transition into prayer twist. Okay, pressing the left elbow into the right knee. Whew. And just notice that you two are matching. Thanks for the memo. Now I feel left out. That's okay. All right, let's return to crescent pose. So reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, bring the hands back down. Let's plant both palms. Bring that right leg back to plank. Give me a chaturanga as we make our way into upward dog. Let's add a sun salutation here. So return to plank, but don't do a push-up. Step your feet towards your hands and reverse swan dive until your hands are at the top. Swan dive back down. Woo. Okay, coming up to flat back. And then exhale, rounding at the back, plant both palms, step back to plank and give me a chaturanga into upward dog. Back to plank, give me a push up here to return to downward dog, push the floor away, push, push, push. All right, let's get the left side. So feet together, floating the left leg up into the air and swing it through and plant in front. Coming into runner's pose. Okay, fingertips barely touching your mat. And then coming to runner's stretch. Either plant the palms on the floor, maybe you're on fingertips. If that's a little tough, you can stay in runner's pose. And then we're going to return to runner's pose, fingertips barely touching the floor. And then bring the hands up top for crescent pose. Back heel is pressing towards the mat. Okay, hands come to heart center and transition into prayer twist. Right elbow is pressing into the left knee. Hands are stacked, left elbow is facing the ceiling. And we are loving how that left hamstring is feeling right now. Continue to breathe. All right. And then come out of prayer twist, return to crescent pose, arms reaching up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, bring everything back down, plant both palms. Left leg comes back to plank, and then chaturanga down into an upward dog. Remember, we're going to add in a sun salutation. So back to plank, step the feet towards the hands, and reverse swan dive until your hands are at the top. Swan dive down, up to flat back. And then exhale, plant both palms on the mat, step or jump back to plank, and then chaturanga down into an upward dog. Back to plank, give me a push up here if you'd like. And we're back in down dog. All right, let's do our warrior sequence. I may or may not throw in more sun salutations, so get ready for that. Bring both feet together behind you, and then float the right leg up into the air. And then swing it on through and plant it in front of you. And as your arms come up, your back heel comes down for warrior one. Make sure your front knee is tracking over your front ankle. All right, From here, go straight into warrior two, arms front and back. Okay, let's hold it here for just a moment. Let the breath settle. All right, from here, let's swing that left arm forward, up, returning to warrior one. And then as you bring your arms down, that back heel comes up, plant both palms. Right leg comes back to plank, and let's chaturanga down to our upward dog. Back to plank, step the feet towards the hands. Let's add that sun salutation in. Arms come all the way up for reverse swan dive. Swan dive down. Coming up to flat back. Then exhale, rounding at the back, planting both palms, stepping our feet back into plank. Let's chaturanga down into an upward dog. Back to plank. Give me a push up here if you'd like. Back into downward dog. Let's do the same exact thing for the left side. So feet and legs together. Let's float the left heel up into the air. Okay, swing that left leg through and come into warrior one on the left. Okay, remember that back heel's down, front knee is tracking over the front ankle. And we're going to do arms front and back for warrior two. Whew, feeling good now. Hold it here for just a moment, settle the breath. Feel that left quad might be on fire, that's okay. And let's swing that right arm forward and up for warrior one. And then as you exhale, bring the arms down, back heel comes up, plant both palms, left leg comes back to plank, and let's chaturanga down, upward dog. Okay, adding the sun salutation, back to plank, step the feet towards the hands, and reverse swan dive. Arms are at the top, swan dive back down, up to flat back. And then exhale, rounding at the back, planting both palms, stepping back to plank. Give me another chaturanga down into an upward dog. Okay, back to plank. Give me a push up here as we return to downward dog. Whew. Remember, we're back on the right side now. So feet together. Let's float the right heel up into the air. And then swing it on through. Plant it in front. As we come into warrior one. And remember that the arms in warrior one, you really want to reach for the ceiling. And then arms front and back. Now let's dip back into reverse warrior. See if you can, how far back you can reach the back of the room with those right fingertips. And then back to warrior two. All right, and from here, reach as far forward as you can with right fingertips, and if you can't anymore, bring the right hand down to the ground. Left fingertips are reaching for the ceiling. All right, we're going to add the pretzel variation this week. So let's drop the left hand behind the lower back. Right arm reaches underneath the right leg. We're grabbing fingertips, wrists, palms, and opening up the left shoulder, chest. And as always, remember to breathe. All right, and 3, 2, 1. Release the hands. Return the right hand to the ground. Left fingertips are reaching up. And then let's pop back up into warrior two and straighten up that front knee. Okay, little easy part here for the front leg. And then as you breathe out again, bend the front knee, get down, return to warrior two. Let's dip back into reverse warrior, reaching for the back of the room with the right fingertips. And then back to warrior two. Swing that left arm forward and up for warrior one. And then as you exhale, bring the hands down, back heel comes up, plant both palms, right leg comes back to plank, and then let's chaturanga down into upward dog. Back to plank. Let's step the feet towards the hand for a sun salutation. Reverse swan dive. Swan dive down. Okay, up to flat back. Exhale, plant both palms, step back to plank. Give me another chaturanga, upward dog. Back to plank, give me a push up here, into downward dog. Let's copy paste for the left side. So feet and legs together. Let's float the left heel up into the air. Swing it on through and come into warrior one. Okay, remember in warrior one, we're reaching for the ceiling. Arms front and back for warrior two. Settling with the breath, getting ready for what's to come. Let's dip back into reverse warrior, reaching for the back of the room with the left fingertips, reaching overhead, feeling good. Back to warrior two. All right, let's reach in front of us, reach for that favorite dessert of yours. Someone's offering it to you. Reach, and then bring the left arm down to the ground. Right fingertips are reaching for the ceiling. We're doing a lot of reaching today. We love it. All right, let's drop the right arm behind the lower back. Left arm is going underneath the left leg. We're opening up our right shoulder and our chest as we look up towards the ceiling. Okay, that left quad is on fire, but we love it. I love it anyways. Hopefully you do too. We're gonna hold it for another 3, 2, 1. Release the hands. Plant the left palm. Right arm is reaching up. And then let's pop back up into warrior two. And then let's straighten up that front knee for just a moment. And then as you breathe out, let's bend the front knee and come low and down into it. And then let's do a reverse warrior, resting that right hand gently in the back leg. Left fingertips are reaching for the back of the room. And then back to warrior two. And then swing that right arm forward and up for warrior one. And then exhaling, bringing the arms back down, planting both palms, stepping back to plank, and then chaturanga down into an upward dog. Back to plank. Let's do our sun salutation. Step the feet towards the hands and reverse swan dive. Swan dive down. Up to flat back. And then as you breathe out here, round out the back, planting both palms, step back to plank, and then chaturanga down. And this time, bring the legs onto the mat. Give me a cobra. Okay, really, we're gonna stay in cobra for a couple breaths. So hands are underneath the shoulders, really pushing the floor away. And then if you can, turn the chin up and look up towards the ceiling. Get the front of your neck. And then let's keep this position, but then turn your head toward the right, look towards your right heel. I'll continue to push the floor away. And then turn the head towards the left, look behind you towards the left heel. Okay. And then back towards the front, lower your body down, and then push yourself back into the last downward dog of the day. Okay, last little one for our calves here. Nice. Let's step the feet towards the hands And then bring the feet together as we lower our bottoms, bringing the arm up for chair pose. Okay, remember you want a straight line for your bottom through your torso to your hands. Continue to breathe as always. All right, slowly straighten up your body, keeping the arms where they are. Get off the heels, reaching for the ceiling. Okay, think about how your calves feel right now. Hold it for another 3, 2, 1. Lower the heels down. Bring the hands to heart center as we go into twisting chair pose on the left. Pressing the right elbow into the left knee. I'm going to take a drink of water. You two stay there. Whew. All right, we're in twisting chair pose on the left, and we'll exit in 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands back to center as we reach for the ceiling, straightening up our bodies, back on the toes. Okay. Once your hands are in the air, stop thinking about your toes on the ground. Continue to reach, 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 reach. And then as you lower the heels back down, bring the hands to heart center, and let's get the right side. So pressing the left elbow into the right knee, hands are stacked. Okay, bend at the knees, bring the bottom as low as you can. Just hanging out here. All right, and then bring the hands back to center. And then let's reach for the ceiling for a third and final time as we return to our toes. Continuing to breathe as we hold our bodies up off the ground. All right, take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, lower the heels back down. Let's take a quick little break. Whew, hello. Yeah. Take another 15 seconds or so before we do tree. Ooh.
Are you gonna show us the mushroom toy, Joseph?
At the end.
Okay.
Keep everyone to the end. But yes, thanks for reminding me. All right, let's do tree. I'm gonna start with my left leg. Bring in the right foot wherever's comfortable, whether that's at, below, or above the knee. Okay. I like to put the hands up top, but place them wherever helps you find your balance. Whew. All right, let's hold this under 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's release that right leg, shaking out the left ankle. Let's get the other side. So everything is on the right leg, right foot. Bring in the left foot, adding the arms. Just like the other side, I'll count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the left leg, shaking out the right ankle. All right, let's have a seat. Groaning as we get there. As always. All right, you know I love doing table, so just get yourself into table. Propping yourself up. Okay, palms and feet are shoulder distance apart. Pushing the pelvis up towards the ceiling. Ugh. Okay, if you want to go for super duper option, feel free to lift one leg at a time, alternating. That'll get your glutes fired up. Okay, totally optional though. But it does add a little bit of spice. You know, I love spicy. All right, anyhow, let's return both feet to the ground no matter which position you're in. And then gently lower your bottom down. Then lie down on your back so you can keep your feet planted on the floor. We're going to come to bridge. So roll onto the shoulders. Okay, push the floor away with your feet. You should definitely feel your lower back and your glutes not tighten up, but feel firm. That's holding you up right now. Okay, just do a couple breath cycles on your own. And then I want you to control your descent. So one vertebra at a time, let them all meet the floor or the mat. Okay, control it all the way down until they're all touching. There you go. All right, we're gonna get our glutes, so keep the left foot planted. Bring the right ankle onto the left knee, make a figure four. Let's grab either our left shin or our left hamstring. As always, we're gonna do our 3 breaths. I think that's just long enough to stretch out the glute. And we're gonna flex the feet so your feet are 90 degrees from your shins. So let's breathe into the nose, out the mouth. Once again, breathe in. Then long, controlled breath out. All right, last one. Let's breathe into the nose and out to the mouth. All right, let's release the left leg down. Switch sides, so plant the right foot, bring the left ankle on, and let's grab our right shin or right hamstring. And same thing, feet flexed, and let's breathe into the nose and out to the mouth. Okay, number 2, let's breathe in. Nice controlled breath out. Okay, last time, let's breathe into the nose and out to the mouth. Right, let's release the right leg. We're gonna go to happy baby. So both legs up in the air. And then you pull on the outside part of the feet, pulling the knees in towards the underarms. And then just rock side to side. Okay, no set pace, just massage your spine against your mat. And as you continue to pull on your feet, you should feel those inner thighs engage. Give yourself one last pull. And then we're going to stay on our back so you can release the legs back down to the mat. Oof. And let's hug in our right knee. Okay, we're going to continue with the spine. So hug in the right, or hug in your knee. And then grab the outside part of that knee and pull your leg over your body as you extend out the opposite arm and look towards the arm side. And you should feel your entire spine stretch, twist, Think of it as bringing out your spine. I actually really like this one because I feel it in my glute as well. Let's take 2 more deep breaths on this side. So breathe into the nose. And then release that breath. All right, 1 more breath on this side. Breathe in. Nice long out breath. All right, let's bring that leg back over. And let's hug in the opposite leg. Enjoying that little stretch. Okay, same thing, grab the outside part of the knee, pull the knee over, extend out the arm. Oh. Okay, twisting your spine in the other direction now. All right, I forgot to call out the 2 breaths. I'll do it now. Let's breathe into the nose. Be nice long out breath. And 1 more time, breathe in. Nice long out breath. Ooh. All right, bringing the leg back over. We're gonna sit up. Ooh. Let's get one for the hamstrings. I'm gonna start with my left leg extended, bringing in the right heel towards our soft tissue. Add the block just for fun. Okay, so that left foot is flexed, the toes are facing the ceiling. Let's add the arms up top. And as you breathe out, reach for the toes. Okay. As we all know, I like to add the side stretch. So take that right hand and reach for the outside part of the left foot. Okay, optional move, but do what works best for your body. Listen to your body. Okay, let's hold this one for nice and long 30 seconds. Because we all know I love hamstring stuff. And continue to reach, don't just hold it, see how far you can go. And about 5 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Let's release that side and switch legs. Hello. Okay, right leg's extended, left heel is in towards the soft tissue. Let's add the arms. Exhale over the straight right leg. Whew. Okay, remember to keep the back of the knee on the mat. Otherwise, you kind of lose the whole point of the stretch. Baby starting to cry. They have 2-year-old twins. Got the BOGO deal, good for them. But for us, we're gonna hold this stretch for another 10 seconds. So continue to pull yourself in or reach, depends on how you want to think about it. All right, let's release. And as always, since we do both sides individually, let's do both legs together now. So knees, shins, heels touching, and our arms up top for a 3rd and final time. And exhale over both legs. Okay. If you're a toe person, reaching for the toes. If you want to extend the stretch, okay. Move your fingers down towards the ground, down towards your heels. Hold this one for, let's go 20 more seconds. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can release. Oh my goodness. Let's do pigeon, and then we'll do our closing sequence. So flip around, return to a plank position, and let's bring the right leg, right foot behind the left wrist, and then drop both knees down. Okay, settling in. You can untuck the back toes, untuck the back foot. Ooh. Hold this for another 30 seconds. I'll let you know when we can come on up and add the quad stretch. All right. And then plant both palms in front of you and push yourself up. Then reach back behind you to pull in the left heel. To really feel the left quad. Take one more deep breath in. Breathe out, pulling in one last time. And then let's release the left foot. Okay, planting both palms, returning back to plank. And then bringing the left foot forward behind the right wrist. Drop both knees down, untuck the back toes. And rocking back and forth if you need to find the sweet spot wherever that is for you. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's plant both palms in front and reach the right arm back. Let's pull on the right foot. Ooh. Okay, pull. Just like the other side, let's take a deep breath in. And then as you release the breath, give yourself one last pull. Really feel that right quad. And let's release the foot down. And let's sit back on our heels as we enter our closing sequence. Your knees can be as wide as your mat. Then let's breathe in. And reach our arms forward on mat as we come into child's pose. Thinking back to that body part we picked at the beginning. Seeing how it feels. If it was more than one body part, that's okay. Hopefully you feel a little bit more opened up, a little less tight. Breathe out, come forward. As you rotate onto your back as we come into corpse pose. Okay, arms are at your sides. You can close your eyes here. We're going to go for 60 seconds, which you relax the whole body, lying as still as you can for those 60 seconds. And that'll start in 3, 2, 1. All right, that was about 60 seconds. You reach your arms overhead and point the toes at the bottom. It can be a morning stretch. Well, that means wriggling side to side. You're groaning a little bit. Ooh, arching the back. Okay. Then roll on to one side and rest your head and face right on your hands. Take a moment for ourselves. Whichever arm is on top, plant that palm on the floor and push yourself up. As we return to cross-legged position. Okay, sitting up nice and tall, back to where we started from. Plug the crown of your head in towards the ceiling. All right, let's take our 3 loud breaths. You can foam with me if you'd like. So let's breathe in through the nose and breathe out with some sound. Oh. All right, number 2, let's breathe in through the nose and breathe out with some sound. That last one, let's really make it count. Let's breathe into the nose and breathe out with some sound. Bring our hands to heart center. You may repeat after me if you'd like. May you have clear and kind intentions. Let's raise our hands to our foreheads. May you have clear and kind thoughts. Let's lower our hands to our lips. May you have clear and kind communication. Let's return our hands to our hearts. And as always, the light in me celebrates and honors the light in you. Namaste, my friends.